Well, welcome. We're down here in the middle of Glenfield. We're down at the Drivers' Open Day. There's so much going on here, as you can see. It's nice and busy. So, plenty of drivers have come down here. It's open 10 till 2 today. It's at Glenfield Hall. So, if you're anywhere near Leicester today, Glenfield, pop down here and come and see what is going on now. There's lots and lots of people. We're going to try and capture them. They're all really busy. So let's go and see. Follow me and see if we can find some of the people we can come and have a chat with. So we know that everybody's having a chat. We'll come back to Jodie in a minute and have a chat with her. I'm going to have a chat. First of all, let's chat with it's Colin, isn't it?
Yes, hi. Nice to meet you.
Colin, introduce yourself. Tell us where are you from?
Colin Carter. I'm from Carter Insurance. We're based in Chelmsford in Essex.
And obviously, insurance. What sort of things do you offer for taxi drivers?
Most taxi drivers, it's normally private hire, hackney carriage. We do the whole array of anything licensed we do. So it could be minibuses, coaches, but mainly small fleets, and obviously the guys, what they need here today, which is the private and public hire.
And again, today's Drivers' Open Day is open 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. It's open to all drivers, not just Tippmee drivers. It's open to Uber drivers, Bolt drivers, private, wherever they're from. Because you've got lots of things you can chat to them about, haven't you, Colin?
Yeah, basically, there's different drivers have different things for different needs. Whether they work part-time, full-time, whether they hire in a car, whether they've got their own car, whether they've got their own private car, they're actually trying to use as an extra income or added income, or whether they actually want to do it full-time, but worried to make that step into making that a full-time job if they're not happy with wherever they are.
I think the nice bit about a Drivers' Open Day like today, Colin, is that drivers can just pop in, drop in for 5 or 10 minutes, find out, there's lots of information in here, isn't there?
Yeah, there was a guy earlier, he's looking at coming into the industry, whether or not to do a full-time or part-time, but it's an easy introduction into going around to the various different aspects of tax, accident management, the workings of the industry, obviously insurance, which is quite a hefty income,
an expenditure.
Expenditure, sorry, yeah. So it's a good way of learning more than anything else.
Brilliant. All right, well, Colin, we'll let you crack on. I know there's lots of people to talk to. So that's Colin from Carter Insurance Services. A lot of people in the trade will probably know him, but if you don't, it's nice to pop down here and meet him. As you can see, there's sandwiches available, so lots of refreshments for people to come down, grab a cup of tea. It's very relaxed. It's very informal. Let's have a chat with Ranjit here. Ranjit, nice to see you again. It was lovely to meet you the other week.
And you too, Phil. Likewise. Thank you for having me.
That's great. Ranjit, you're down here today. Talk us through your role and what you're down here.
Certainly. So, coming from a diverse background and being in the industry for a long, long time, I was approached by management to pass on my knowledge, my skills, and talk to drivers who do not have English as their first language, or anyone really, and just to ask them, give an insight. The driver actually brought me down here. He's been a taxi driver for 2 months, and when I told him I'd been in the industry for so long, he was like, wow. And he asked me some of my experiences, good and bad. And so it's good to share your knowledge of how the industry works and the potentials of it as well. And Tippmee, I believe, are moving in a really good direction. Here today on the open day, we have so many partners here. Colin, who just spoke to. We've got Dave at Eazitax. We've got like an accident management company. So it's like an all-in-one hub. So we've got, we've got everything covered as well. And as mentioned when I came to your studios, we're looking to have a small team where we can sort of maximize drivers' potential. If they can't work, what are the problems, and basically we want to be approachable. That's the main thing.
Ranjit, you've worked for 28 years, is it? Is my memory right?
That's right, 28 years in this industry, yeah.
So lots of experience personally, lots of things like you say around the room today for drivers. Again, we obviously want to, this is going out live, so we want to encourage drivers who may be in the area to come down here. I'm putting you on the spot now. I'm going to ask you, can you you're multilingual. Can you just tell us in non-English where we are so that we can get that message across to drivers from all cultures?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਇਓ ਗਲੈਨਫੀਲਡ ਮੈਮੋਰੀਅਲ ਹਾਲ ਸਟੈਮਫੋਰਡ ਸਟਰੀਟ ਹਨਾ ਖੁੱਲਾ ਸੱਦਾ ਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਟੈਕਟਰੀ ਲਾਇਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੈਕਸੀ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਣਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੈਕਸੀ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਓ ਚਾਹ ਪਾਣੀ ਪੀਓ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੈਨੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਟੀਮ ਸਾਡੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਟੈਕਸ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਐਕਸਪਰਟ ਹੈ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੀਨਿਊ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਇੰਸ਼ੋਰੈਂਸ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਬਚਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ 6 ਸਾਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਟੈਕਸੀ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਰੇ ਨੂੰ 28 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਇਸ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਨੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਟੀਮ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਟਿਕਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਆ ਹਨਾ ਸੋ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਓ ਜੀ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ
Fantastic, Ranjit. Lovely to meet you again, and keep up the great work.
Likewise.
All right, nice to see you.
Thank you.
So that's Ranjit again. Pop down, have a chat with him. We've got Colin from Carter, so we'll go and chat with Colin. Let's go and take a look, see who. Everybody's very busy, so it's a case of just trying to break in and see if we can have a chat with them. So let's work our way around. I could ask you.
What's that?
I'm going to ask you a few questions, Raj. So let's spin round here. Let's just spin round, Sam. We've got Raj, obviously, Tippmee. You're down here talking to drivers, trying to help explain to them about what's going on and potentially signing new drivers up.
Yes, we are, and helping them to understand the industry and how the industry works and what they can benefit from the industry and what we have to offer the new drivers that are coming in with new insurances, the taxes, the accident management team that we're here working for you and save you money.
Yeah, because obviously a lot of drivers, there's lots of good reasons. Obviously, we're hoping existing drivers from all companies come down here to learn things, but obviously new drivers are welcome down here. Talk us through some of the benefits. How long have you been? You've been a taxi driver in the past, Raj.
I have.
How long have you been a driver for?
I've started with the company since 2016 as a driver, and back then it was a lot different to what it is today. Today, what we do is we help the drivers, making them understand the rules, the regulations, what they can be facing. Before, it was a lot difficult, and you were having to find this information out for yourself. We now provide you with all the information, all the knowledge, and what databases that we use to help you to get on board with us.
Yeah, and what are some of the benefits, Raj, of being a taxi driver rather than, working in other industries? There's flexible hours, isn't it?
There is a lot of flexible hours. We work around you. So if you have any other commitment, you log on, you work, and if you've got appointments, you log off, and then you do your other commitments, and then if you fancy doing a little bit more, you come back on. So it's not like a full-time job. It's actually a job that I kind of call like a hobby, but you're still earning a lot more.
Yeah, and again, you have got the flexibility of the hours, and you can also put in as many hours as you want. As a taxi driver, you can earn some decent money.
Yes, you can. Believe it or not, I mean, with the current climate now, it's really hard working in a full-time employment. Some of the employers are now based on minimum wage. Some people are taking home £300. But as a taxi driver, you're actually doubling it or you're tripling it, depending on what you put in. The hours that you put in is what you take home.
Fantastic. Raj, it's down here. You're open till 2 o'clock
today.
Make sure if you're interested in becoming a taxi driver, or if you're an existing taxi driver, for any company, the whole point of today, isn't it? It is. Any company is welcome.
Any company is welcome. Old drivers, existing drivers, new drivers, drivers from other companies are more than welcome to find out what we do and that we are here to help you.
We're down here in Glenfield Hall, pretty close to the centre of Leicester. It's not far, a couple of miles.
It's not far. It's the Glenfield Parish Council in Glenfield itself. And like I say, there's free parking. There's some food out there for yourselves. Come on, meet the team and see what we have to offer.
Have you had a sandwich yet?
I have.
Are they nice?
Plenty.
Lovely.
I'm going
I
to start
knew
the
you'd
cake. I will start the cake
Cakes.
now.
All right, thanks, Raj. Thanks a lot for that. So that's Raj. So if you want to come and drive for Tippmee, come and have a chat with them. They'll explain about, obviously, how you sign up to be a driver, how they help you become a taxi driver. And of course, today's all about welcoming drivers from all companies to come down and find out some more. So we're going to have a little look around the room and see who else we can find to have a chat with. People are very busy. So I'm going to go and see. Let's see if we can have a chat with Jason from Tippmee. Jason,
Hello.
nice to see you.
Lovely to see you.
Jason, just introduce yourself and what it is you do and which company you're from.
Sure, I'm Jason Revolta and I run a company called Tippmee. And Tippmee and Tippmee have joined together in forces for us to be able to offer their cab drivers a cashless tipping solution.
So I've looked a little bit at what you do, Jason, and I know that days of old, we all had 20 quid, 10 quid cash in a pocket or whatever.
Yeah.
We'd all jump in a cab. The cab driver did a good job, which is always a nice thing.
Yeah.
You'd maybe say if it was 17, 18 quid journey, oh, here's 20, keep the change,
Yes.
thanks a lot. We live in a digital world now. People are buying journeys
Yeah.
on apps. Everything is app-based or
Yeah.
Apple Pay and all that.
Yeah.
So talk us through where is the tipping gone?
Well, tipping's gone really from the rise and fall of cash. So, especially during COVID, everybody didn't want to deal with cash anymore, which was to our benefit. And your QR code now gives you access to information. And for us, the QR code gives you access to a payment page for the driver. And the passenger in the back can literally tap or scan the QR code or the NFC tag in the back of their headrest cover. And like so. And passenger can leave a tip, whatever they want. There's pre-selected numbers on there, so they can do whatever they want. And this headrest cover for this particular driver is connected to their bank account, so they get paid every Friday morning. And I think, the whole cashless tipping thing has come from people not having cash anymore. And also it's come from the marvellous technology of Tippmee. Everything's booked now on an app. So you put your cab on an app, and you prepay for everything, so you don't need any cash.
You don't need the cash, and I must admit, it must add up, because I know I'm not maybe the best tipper ever for taxi drivers, but I would have normally tipped, a quid, a couple of quid, something here and there, just as a given. I come from that sort of generation maybe of doing it, and I think by booking on the app, it slips out your mind to even do it.
Done the payment,
and it seems to me, I know it seems a no-brainer for a driver to maybe use something like this, because if they're embarrassed about either asking for a tip is a hard thing to ask for, but that's your silent salesman on the back seat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as you said, before you used to give the driver £20 with a £17-18 fare, and you'd say keep the change. Now on the the pre-settings on our app means that you can leave a tip for a tenner, £5 or £3. So it does add up. The cab drivers are getting, they're out working all day and they can generate 50, 60, 70 quid a month.
Yeah.
Very easily in small bits of tips. Yeah.
And that's what can add up, isn't it? A few quid here, a few quid there.
Yeah.
Again, I use the words a bit of a no-brainer. As a driver to just have it there. If it gets you a few quid here, a few quid there. I have heard, we were talking with one of the drivers earlier, who said they got one on and they got a 40 quid tip. So they were quite happy.
Yeah,
and then they were asked to loiter and wait for the same customer to come back, and they were like, I'll wait for that customer. They got 40 quid on the way back.
Yeah, well, if you do some of these big long journeys with a lot of suitcases, and if you're a cab driver who cares, you can get out your car, help them with the suitcases, bring them up to the trolley, or bring them up into their house. As long as your car's clean and you do a great job, then people will leave 20 quid, 30 quid tips.
Yeah.
No problem.
So it can all add up. So, Jason, what's the best way for people to find out more? What's your web address?
Well, on the Tippmee website, there's an area there where you can go on to their website and sign up. Now, that's exclusive to Tippmee drivers, so it's actually free.
Yeah.
So we've done a great deal with Tippmee. They really like our product, and we really enjoy working with them. So,
which is great.
It's free to get your Tippmee headrest cover on the Tippmee website. But if you are a cab driver out there that wants to get involved, then you can go straight to our website, which is tippmee.com.
Yes, because the whole point of today's Drivers Open Day is it has been organised by the guys at Tippmee, which is why we're obviously sharing the news about it. But it is open to drivers from all companies today. And I think it's a great idea to gather people like yourself, Jason, and Dave from Eazitax, and of course the Tippmee guys, so that drivers can just pop in for 10, 15 minutes, grab a sandwich, they can treat it as a bit of a lunch break, and find out so much.
Well, I've just talked to 3 drivers this morning, and those guys have signed up on my laptop already. So I can either send them a link on their phone, and they can sign up for it free right now at the driver meetings.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Thanks, Jason. We'll let you crack on because I know you've got some people to see.
Great.
All right, nice to see you. See you in a bit. Right, let's take a little wander around. As you can see, there's plenty of people here. I'm gonna see if I can break into Jodie in a minute and have a chat with her. She looks like I know she's talking with Colin from Carter Insurance, but let's go and see if we can break in.
Hello.
Right. Sorry, guys. Can I just break in? Thanks, Colin. Jodie, you're a lady in demand. We know
I am
you're
at the
busy.
minute. I know. I'm just all over the place. Literally just saying that to Colin. I don't know. I can't remember the last time I was in the office doing some admin work.
Do all the PR work all the time.
I love that though.
For people who don't know, Jodie, this is Jodie Wright.
Hello.
She won Woman of the Year at the Taxi Awards last year.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, very honoured with that.
You've been boxing, raising money for the Frank Bruno Foundation.
I am indeed. Yeah. So my next fight's 3 weeks on Friday. I'll be doing another charity boxing match. So yeah, I'm busy training for that at the minute.
Still in training?
On. I am indeed, yes, yeah.
Yeah, we've seen your fight, Jodie. We wouldn't want to get in a ring with you.
Oh, well, you know.
So today, obviously, you say you're here representing sort of women in the fleet and encouraging females and women to become taxi drivers.
Yeah, I've had some lovely conversations. I've had 2 of the ladies from the Leicester fleet come in and see me today. She just wanted to meet me and put the person to the face and the name that they're hearing. Had some real nice conversations. Spoke about what challenges they've had, why they've done it, and it's nice to get an insight, on a personal level into why the women are starting to filter through. In my area especially, we're having a really, really good time with recruiting women, and it's great to see. It's about time as well. So
yeah, because it is potentially a great role for females. Talk us through why. I know there's flexible hours and things like this.
A lady driver I spoke to this morning on the Leicester fleet. She was a business owner, so she owned her own beauticians. And the demands of having a kid and trying to run the business, it just became quite overwhelming. So she sold her business, but she said she still wanted that independence. She's a single mum with 2 kids, wanted a bit of independence, didn't want to just be at home all day, every day. So she decided that she was going to apply to be a driver. Somebody suggested, well, what about some driving? So she did apply to be a driver, and she said she loves it. So she logs on, she'll take the kids to school, then she'll log back on again, while the kids are at school, log off to pick them up, and she literally works the role around her home life, which is ideal for any lady. So yeah, it's nice to see that it is working for them as well. Did ask her about what challenges she might have had, and discussed with her the hurdles that I'm facing with some women being a bit scared. But she said all she's had is fantastic feedback, and she said there was a gentleman that she picked up yesterday who she took to the hospital, and she said she could almost see the relief on his face when he saw that it was a woman, and she helped him to the entrance of the hospital, which I think we all naturally, as women we would do anyway. And she said, he was really, really chuffed to see a lady behind the wheel. So it obviously works, and it's obviously proving really popular with the customers as well. So
yes, I know I've heard a lot of that customers actually, quite a lot of customers prefer to be picked up by a female driver.
Yeah, they do, especially ladies as well. When you're a lady and you've got a long journey to the airport or whatever, there is always a little bit of a divide, with men and women, and I think it's a lot easier and a lot more comfortable for a woman to talk to a woman. So yeah, and I think that even on a short journey as well, women know as well. They know when somebody wants to talk and when somebody doesn't. They're quite good at judging situations, I think, which we spoke about at the women event with iCabby on Friday. That we just generally are good communicators, I think. And so yeah, it's a great role for any woman to be stepping into, and I'm loving it. I'm loving. So we're now up to 7%. So we was 3% when females in the fleet started, and on the last count, we're now up to 7% women in the industry. I dare say it's probably more, to be honest with you. I'm now up to 62 drivers, and I've still got more coming through the channels, having their DBSs done, and they're applying for their licenses at the minute. So fingers crossed by the end of the year we'll get into double figures.
I was going to say, have you set yourself a target?
Personally, I have. Rachel and I are happy with, if we can try and aim for sort of 30%, I think that's a good benchmark. But I think, a short-term and long-term goal. Short-term, I would like to get to double figures by the end of the year, definitely.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, Jodie, I know you're down here for the next period.
Yeah.
We're down here in Glenfield in the centre, just a few miles outside the centre of Leicester. There's some sandwiches, some coffees. So, again, anybody who wants to come down here, females, ladies.
And men as well. I mean, I've been in the industry for a long, long time. I've been in the industry 18 years. So I have got a little bit of knowledge. I'm not just all about girl power and waving the girl power flag. I have got some history and some knowledge and some understanding of the trade. So I've had some great conversations out the front with a couple of guys, giving them some pointers about insurance, and working their job around full-time work at the NHS that they're doing. So I'm happy to speak to anyone, and today's the day to come down and do that. We've got sarnies on the go, some crisps on the go, and some fruit and some drinks. And so
I'm hoping there's some left.
Take it while it's free. Take it while it's coming, because it is going quickly as well, and they're nice sandwiches. So.
Yeah, Jodie, just that reminds me that you have been in the taxi industry since you were 16?
Yes,
something like that?
It's long time. Yeah. So yeah, officially about 18 years, but yeah, it's from day dot really. Good. So I've known how to control from quite a young age. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks, Jodie, for chatting with us, and good luck in that next. Do you know who you're fighting?
I do indeed. Yeah, it's a rematch with my last opponent. Apparently, she's coming down for redemption. That's not going to happen. Not in my ring, in my town. But we'll see what happens. We both trained hard, and I wish her the best of luck. But there's only going to be one winner on the night.
And raising funds for the Frank Bruno.
The Tippmee group have, again, been fantastic. They've been a huge sponsor for the event. We're going to be the preferred operator as well for the taxis on the night, getting everyone to and from the event. So yeah, big thank you to Tippmee as well, and David and John yet again for the sponsorship, and also Nate from I can't think of the name.
You've lost it.
We'll
put it in the chat
but
later.
To Nate anyway for his donation as well. The Tippmee group and Nate's logo are both on my shorts, which is
Fantastic.
Great. Thank you.
That's brilliant. All right. Well, if you're down here, or if you're thinking of popping down, come and see Jodie and chat about how you can start a new role or become part of the females in the fleet.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Jodie.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. See you later. Right. Everybody's looking very busy. I'm going to see if we can just grab Nigel from Tippmee and see if we can have a quick chat with him. Well, he looks like he's tied up. Oh, let's see. Come on, let's try Ash. Ash, we are live streaming.
Okay, yes. Hello there.
So, how's the day going today?
Touch wood, it's going well. We've had a fair turnout, and it's the feedback's good. We've been talking to people and getting some new customers, new drivers coming through, would-be drivers as well. Talking to people about how they progress to the next stage, and it's great. The feedback we're getting is fantastic. It's addictive, and seeing. Trying to just helping the people to, because we've got all the different people here from the insurances, accident management, the tax side of things. We're trying to put together a package to give something back to the drivers to help them what we're doing to make it better. It's a big family, really.
Because today, Ash, it's been organised by yourself and Chris and Raj from Tippmee.
Yes.
But it's not just aimed at Tippmee drivers. Of course, all Tippmee drivers are welcome, and we're streaming live out on all the Tippmee channels. But drivers from any private hire,
it doesn't
Uber
matter.
drivers,
It doesn't matter.
This is here to help the industry.
We're not just here for ourselves. We're here to help the industry, like you say, as a whole. Where you could work for anybody, you could be an individual. We've got information here that's just got information for everybody to help them in the industry. We're not trying to hoodwink people. We're trying to branch out and mushroom out, and give something back to the community, because we love what we do. It's a professional organisation, professional industry that we have, And it's just getting that and letting people know about that. And it's hard because when you speak to people, don't. You're helping people as you're helping us and people that don't work for you. Yes, because it's there for everybody.
I mean, it probably is one of the key USPs of Tippmee is that there's real people. They can come and chat.
That's
you
right.
are
Yes,
here.
yes.
And some taxi drivers for some firms may maybe not get that backup and that support where they can speak to people. And again, that is what Tippmee is offering.
I've had a gentleman down there, weirdly enough, he wants to have a chat with you guys, and he's a new driver, he's been with us for 4 or 5 months. His feedback is phenomenal. His name's Prince, brilliant guy, and he wanted to speak to me today. So he's come in to speak to me, and I haven't had some good questions given to me, and I've given some answers, so hopefully he'll do that, and I'll put him in contact with you guys as well, so we can grow. And it's helping people. That's what it's holding people's hands, not physically, but it's giving that. Make sure that we haven't forgotten about you, whoever you are, wherever you're doing. We can help in no matter what we can do in our industry because we know that many people within the industry. We had Ladies' Day last week where we with Jodie, and then we met the Minister of Education, Joe Connolly, yes, and she was very, very nice. And Jodie was having a good chat, and I was having a good chat with her, and she was very impressed on how we, work and we help people.
Because there is still a shortage of drivers, isn't there?
There is,
in the whole of the country. Obviously, we're here in Leicester.
Yes.
Tippmee has offices all around the UK, but most towns and cities you go into now, there is a driver shortage.
Everywhere,
and it's a great potential role for somebody who's never been a driver to come into.
Yes. We can get the business, we can get the business today, tomorrow, but it's getting the drivers. It's that chicken and egg scenario, but it's so frustrating because when you can get the business, but then you need to get the drivers to cover it on the other side of it. So it's if you are interested in looking at for a part-time career or a full-time career, please come and see us. You don't have to work for us, but we can give you information in the area for people that we know within the industry, because we know, we've got 35, 36 companies around the UK now, and we know they've been in the industry for 25 years, so we know a lot of people out there. So it's just bringing you in and helping out and making the best that you can get out of it and help out, part-time work. We'll help you get your badge. We can give you the cars, we can give you the insurances, we can give you the benefits of what we do and the backing behind it. There's all discounts that you can get in place for insurances and all bits and bobs there. So please come and see us.
Thanks, Ash. Lovely to see you again. We'll catch up with you soon. We'll let you go and chat to some more drivers.
Take care.
So that's Ash from Tippmee. He's super busy. I'm going to try and get us in with David from Eazitax, but I've got a feeling he's chatting with the driver. So let's see. Yeah, he is chatting with the driver. You can have a look at David there. So Eazitax, they help people with their tax, which obviously with the way everything's going is really, really keen. So we'll try and catch up with David very shortly. There's the guys from Ono. So I need to find Renee. So I think Renee's popped out.
Sorry, just like to say, just very quickly, it's Nate from Dominate Media.
Oh, there we go.
So yeah, big shout out to him because he's been fantastic and he's done some stuff for me to promote the event. And I just want to say a massive thank you. Couldn't think of the name for a moment, a bit on the spot. But yeah, some of the work he does is really, really good as well, which I'm sure you know already. But thanks, Nate.
Thanks, Jodie. So we've got the guys from Ono as well here, but they're tied up at the moment. So I think we'll have one more last look around the room. And remember that if you want to pop down here, the event is open 10 o'clock until 2 p.m. So plenty to come and see. So if you do want to pop down here, make sure you come down. Again, it's open to drivers from all companies. Come and have a chat with the guys from Eazitax, Carter Insurance, Ono, Tippmee, of course, and find out. Come and get some refreshments. We're going to leave you for now, but pop down anytime and have a chat.